Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to the Tiger Pit. Well, today is a national holiday. It is Memorial Day. And I hope you guys are all enjoying some great times with your family, enjoying possibly a day off. And let's not forget that this holiday is to honor the soldiers that fought for our freedoms who never came back. And I did a video similar to this last year on Veterans Day. My stepfather and my father are both Vietnam veterans, and it was really an emotional video. I will try to keep my emotions in check here. It's going to be very difficult. These young kids who went to war to fight for our freedoms had no idea what they were getting into. They may have had some sort of idea, but I'm sure when they got there, they figured it out real fast. I'm amazed that my stepfather actually made it back. He probably almost died. He told me stories of him almost dying multiple times. He should have never made it back from that rice paddy, faking dead. When they were walking around, the Viet Cong was walking around and making sure all the soldiers were dead. I don't know how he made it out of that situation. He's had 2 Purple Hearts. I think by the time he was 18 or 19, he went into the Marines at 17. And yeah, I'm going to talk about him. He's a vet. But this is about the ones that did not make it home. This is a Junkin' Genius Hank that I used to honor. And this is American holiday for our soldiers. But I do want to recognize all soldiers around the world, even from other countries, who go fight for their politicians and their so-called freedoms, and they don't make it home either. I just want to honor all that did not make it home. So I am going to show a knife. This is the case Copperhead. I've heard it referred to as the Vietnam knife, and I'd never heard that before. And I heard a rumor that a lot of soldiers actually carried this knife in Vietnam. I don't think my dad did, but it's very interesting. That's why I'm including it here. This is 6.5 case stag, pen and clip blade. Last year for Veterans Day, I included a survival pilot's knife. So my father was a Marine. He joined at 17. His father said, "Oh, so you have a death wish. That's why you joined the Marines." He kind of laughed. But he was in Hawaii. This book was written by Mark Bowden, author of Black Hawk Down. It's the turning point of the American War in Vietnam. My father sent this to me because he was interviewed and they wrote a chapter on him. This chapter starts at page 430, chapter 5, The Tower. And reading this, it was really incredible. I broke down many times and cried. I cannot believe what they went through over there. And I'm surprised he is still alive, like I said. There was times where he had to be called in to check hundreds of body bags to identify his brothers and sisters. Or his brothers. I don't know how many of his sisters were actually fighting back then. Excuse me. And that's got to be the hardest thing for a 17 or 18-year-old to do, for sure. My stepfather was Sergeant Maurice P. Whitmer. He sent this note with me saying that thought you might like this book containing stories about me and my stories, starting on page 430. And remember, freedom is not free, but the U.S. Marine Corps will pay most of your share. Captain J.E. Ned Dolan, U.S. Marine Corps. So I'm not going to get into it too much, because this is about the soldiers that we sent off that never came home. And I know my father had many brothers that didn't come home with him. And it's very sad of what the survivors of that situation came home to, and the ridicule that they received. So let's take a moment of silence. Thank you very much. And you guys have a good Memorial Day. Be kind, stay sharp, and take chances. Take care, y'all.